What's up, guys? Dylan here. I'm back in my garage. I haven't recorded in a long time. I've been doing some small things here and there on the car that we'll go over, but I've been waiting on some things that have kind of stopped me from going further with the process of building the car, which I'll touch on too. So off the bat here, I'll give you guys a little update of what I've been up to. It's kind of been minor things. Some things I probably maybe would have liked to film, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, I'll give you guys a rundown right now. First off, I did decide that I'm gonna take care of some body work on the car because as much as I love this green paint, it is in too rough of shape for me to salvage, I feel. So I'm testing out some colors. I'm not loving these greens. They're too green for me, but these maroons and purples and these blues, I'm actually quite liking how they look. My bad, I just cut that video off by accident. If and when we wrap this car, that'll be the last thing we do. I want to dial in the suspension to a T before we even really take care of that side of things. But yeah, I'm gonna get into what I've been doing. So I'll turn you guys around here right away. All right, so 0.5 zoom, so it's kind of wacky, but you guys can probably see what I've been up to. First off, I'm gonna start with down here. I just installed some brand new tie rods, outer tie rods, brand new lower ball joints. Both those were in okay shape originally, but the seals were all blown, so I figured screw it, I'll replace them. They're cheap enough. I do have an NRCA on here that is mocked up at this point. It's not really installed because I do need it out to be able to put it on my spindles. I need to put these on the spindles first, and because I was impatient, I did install one Serial 9 upper control arm, and they look really good and they fit real nice. As far as the other side of the car, I just did I've only done the ball joints and the tie rod for them right now. I'm gonna put in the other control arm tonight, which I'll show you guys. But yeah, as you guys can probably see, there's one piece of the puzzle missing under there, and that is my spindle, steering knuckle, whatever you want to call it. I think I showed you guys, I had the modded set, the shortened and tilted set that I bought. And the wheel bearings were shot in them. So I bought new wheel bearings, new seals, basically a whole refresh kit for that thing, minus the hubs, because for the life of me, I can't find the hubs. I don't know why. Whatever, it's not a big deal. So I don't have a press. So my first attempt at disassembling those modded spindles was throwing them on the car and pounding the hubs out with a slide hammer. That worked for one, but the second one was just right stuck on me. Couldn't get it out. By the way, my thought process was that I'll take the hubs from the OEM set, throw them in the modded set, kind of Frankenstein the two together with new wheel bearings in the modded set. Anyways, after I was kind of stuck, I talked to my grandpa, who was also into cars, and I know he has some car buddies. So I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have any friends that have a shop press that can press in and out a wheel bearing for me? So he has a friend and he's working on them right now. The only thing is he's taking his time, and I can't really complain because he's just doing a side job for me. So I really wish I would have him now because I want to get going on this thing, but beggars can't be choosers. So I got to be patient with the guy. He's doing me a favor. So yeah, hopefully not too much longer. It's currently December 23rd right here. I'm hoping sometime between now and New Year's, I'll be able to get the spindles back, because I do want to paint them, refresh the paint, and then throw them on the car. Then the whole front end is basically done, aside from refreshing the brakes, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do or not yet, but I probably will. But yeah, let's go back here at the rear end. Back here at the rear end, nothing major yet. I did mention I ordered some subframe bushings, so I got to pull this guy, the subframe out. So you can also see I did a bit of body work too. Not done yet though. So I have the lower strut mount disconnected from the like the strut mount, I guess, on the subframe or the hub, whatever. And I do have the drive shaft bolts out, but the drive shaft is not disconnected from the differential yet. I think that they'll kind of pop off how I want them to. When I lower the subframe mount, I kind of seen a video where the male and the female end of the drive shaft kind of just like swivel out. So for the most part, I'm kind of done under there. I would like to take out the front end first, but I might do a few things here and there, like remove or disconnect the arms that I'm able to. I might as well if I have the time. But yeah, that's basically it. The subframe's, I don't know, 25% loose. I need a friend over to help me completely lower the thing out, because I will be, it's quite heavy obviously. And yeah, we're gonna repaint that, or remove the old bushings first. We're gonna repaint it and then press the new ones in. So yeah, but like I said, I want to get this front end done, taken care of first. Tyler texted me a couple weeks ago. Tyler, my buddy who used to own this car, he is coming down, I think around January 15th-ish. So I got about, I don't know, 3 weeks to get this car to a state where I kind of want it to be. I would love to have the front end all back together for him to see, and hopefully some of that rear end taken care of, because like I've said previously, I want to surprise him. So he is coming back to visit, and that's my goal. So every night here and there, I've kind of been putzing away at one thing or the other. Just the main thing that's holding me back is those spindles, and it's been a little frustrating, but oh well. So what I'm going to show you guys next, I've mentioned before, but I've already had them for a while. I just haven't shown them. But I got my wheels in, so I'm going to show you guys now. So here we have the wheels. I believe I told you guys they are Work River Tourings. They're 18-inch. Just take note, they will be rebuilt because they are kind of rough, but I did buy them cheap. So these are the fronts. Oh, my bad. These are the fronts. Powder or paint, powder coat, whatever this is pretty rough. So I'm gonna re-powder coat them, rebuild them. These are the rears. I don't know about you guys, but these are gonna look so good, I think. I'm really stoked to see them on the car. When I re-powder coat the faces, I think I might go with a similar silver. It's nothing crazy, but maybe something with a little sparkle to it. But yeah, I've had those in. I'm pretty excited. I probably won't mount them on the car to test fit them until the suspension's kind of dialed, because I'm gonna have to do some pretty good measuring to get some nice lip sizes for the camber we'll run. So yeah, so here we have this is technically the right side upper control arm that I'm gonna throw in tonight. I did kind of struggle with the passenger side one, so I'm probably not gonna do like a non-time-lapse video or anything. I'm probably gonna put this in and update you guys when I'm done, because I did kind of have to muscle the other one in. But I'll unwrap it here and show you guys. So here they are, the Serial 9 billet front upper control arms. The quality and craftsmanship of these is next to none. They look great. You can get instructions by scanning the QR code. There's instructions, batch number, and serial number right there, etched in. As a machinist, I really can appreciate the design work and the machining that goes into these things. They are beautiful. Gonna go ahead and install these guys. I'll update you guys throughout the process because I might be fighting with it a bit here. All right, good news. Got the control arm in. It wasn't as tough as the other side, thankfully. It only took me about 5 minutes, which is still longer than expected. But I'll give you guys a little glimpse here. It looks real good, I think. So here it is installed. All torqued down, where it connects to the chassis, paired with the new ball joints, tie rods. One thing I didn't do is I did back it out using these guys before I installed it. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and max them out for max camber right off the bat. So I'll do that. So I don't know if you guys can see, there is etching on this this adjuster here. This is a camber negative, camber positive. That's which way you spin it. So I'm gonna max it out and give it negative camber. So all I need right here is a 10 mil hex. I don't know what you guys call this. Hex socket thing. Turn the light off. One of these 10 mil and the ratchet. Just make sure it's going the right way. So I need to go to the right for more camber, so I'm going to do that. As soon as it tightens up, I'll give it a little extra. Go to this side. I guess this side is already pretty close. There. So that should be good. And now it's all installed. So I think it looks pretty good. So yeah. So I officially got both upper control arms in now. Pretty easy job. Super stoked on it. Every little thing is one step closer to where I want it to be. And I think we're making okay progress right now. I will be really happy when I get those spindles back. So that's kind of what we're waiting on for the next part. Otherwise, in the meantime, I'll keep you guys updated with what I'm doing. I'm probably going to do some little bit of body work here and there. Probably start tinkering with the rear end in the meantime. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. What's up, guys? Happy New Year. It is January 1st now. Back in the garage today for a little bit. We're going to try and get a decent amount of progress done on the Celsior today. As you guys can see, I have been taking care of a bit of body work in preparation for wrapping the car, which won't happen until a while away now. But the goal for today is, at least on this passenger side of the car, to put the strut back in and get my spindle put back in, because as you guys might remember in the last video, I was waiting for the wheel hubs to be put in. And they got done last week, so I have been painting them, and I'll show you guys what they look like now. So this is them. I tied off the bottom because you're not really going to see that with the rotors on the car anyways. So painted them nicely, kind of give them a dark maroon color with some gold flake in there. I thought that kind of popped nicely under the car, even though nobody else but me is going to see it. So yeah, the first thing we're gonna have to do is put the strut back in, and then yeah, the Dayton 1 NRCAs are gonna have to come out, because I probably got to mount those to the spindle before I can install them to a lower ball joint in the upper control arm. But yeah, let's get started on that strut and get that guy back in, because that's the first thing we need to do. All right, so we have the NRCA mounted to the spindle. Strut I put in, it's just loose up top there, so I can move it around a bit. So we're gonna try and get the spindle to to mount to the lower ball joint up to the control arm. The NRCA's, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to run them or not. Kind of depends if I just think that's too much camber, because the upper control arm is maxed out. Spindles are tilted for 3 degrees and the NRCA's will give about 3 degrees, so we could be running more than I like, but we'll figure that out later. Dayton one is nice enough to provide single-use Loctite, but they only give you one little tube of it. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do the other side of the car, so I didn't put any Loctite on those bolts that hold the NRCA's to the spindles. But I should be fine because I've torqued them down to factory spec, so I don't think I'll have any problems there. I'm going to set you guys on a time lapse when I put this thing in. I might be struggling with it a little bit, so yeah, I'll get that going right now. Alright, so after some messing around, I was having trouble like usual with this car. The bolt on the upper control arm, let's do this. That guy up here, that stud on the upper control arm kept spinning on me. I don't know why, but it was a nylock lock nut, which is just a nut that'll help with vibration and whatnot. Shouldn't back itself off. Since I couldn't get that on because of the nylon in the threads, it kept spinning that stud there. I couldn't use that nut that's serial 9 supplied, so I used the OEM nut. It should be fine. It's just like a castle or crown nut, and I'll throw a cotter pin through that and it'll be no different at all. But essentially, we're done here. I have a feeling I may need some adjustable top hats, because there is not a lot of room back. I mean, clearance is clearance, that's what I say, but there's maybe like a 1/4 inch, by using just my fingers to feel around, there might be a 1/4 inch of space there. Right now I just have the jack putting a bit of load under everything. Everything looks real good. I think I might throw a rotor on there and mock up a wheel just to see how it looks. My steering wheel is cranked to the left, so it's gonna look a little wonky, but I think I'm gonna do that, so let's give that a shot. All right, I don't know how accurate of a representation this is, because I honestly don't know when the struts like broaden themselves out. But wheel's pretty centered, NRCA's help with that. I feel like I could honestly, I don't know, that might be it. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to play around with the actual height of the car now, but it is, if it's sitting like that, it is gonna be quite low. And we're looking at 12 or 13 degrees of camber, I think. I got this here that helps a lot with garage alignments. It's a level. So I zeroed it out vertically on a surface. So if I lay this here, that readout, it's hard to see. This is 12 degrees. So it's this is actually a lot more accurate than any iPhone ever will be. The iPhones are quite flawed when it comes to reading angles. But yeah, I think it looks pretty sweet. We're definitely gonna throw some fatter lips on there, much bigger. And we're gonna have to dial in that height. And yeah, I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. And I'm excited for it. I don't know about you guys, but. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up by torquing down these bolts up here. And then I think we're gonna be done for the day. So I'll put you guys on the tripod and we'll film that, and then we'll be done. But I'll let this down now. Nice and slow. Cool. I'm excited about that. Okay, let's tighten up those upper strut mounts there. And they require It's always good when you're doing stuff like this is to have a sheet of your torque specs. You don't want to just be going by ugga-duggas or just like way too tight. Hold on a second. Sorry, I thought somebody was there. But yeah, it's good to have like printouts of this so you know how much to torque your bolts to, because it's a pretty critical part, I'd say. Anyways, these are 27 foot-pounds or 36 Newton meters, so it's not tight, but yeah, I gotta find a 1403H drive here. If I even have one. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so yeah, we're going to 27 foot-pounds with the 14 mil. Torque wrenches can be expensive, but they are a really good investment. Get yourself a 1/2 inch drive ones for sure, 3H drive one, which just helps a lot too with smaller torque readings. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, I just got click types. Perfect. We're all done. We're buttoned up in the front end here aside from the brake system. Yeah. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. This side of the car, front end is all buttoned up aside from the brake system. Probably not gonna film the driver's side of the car just because it's tighter over there, not good lighting, and it's essentially the same thing. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with that stuff, but I'll keep you updated throughout the process, obviously. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm really stoked on it. I'm gonna get cleaning up and I'm gonna head back inside. That's gonna be all for today. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Peace.